last year, I think. There was a presenter who talked about what IBM did in one of their facilities during COVID. Like, they created an AI that when you walked in would tell you if you had a fever or not, and would like send out email alerts about social distancing. Like, they had security cameras and it would send out email alerts about social distancing, and like it could identify problem areas, and it had, I believe they had to make it so that people, like, it didn't store any video footage long term, and like they purposely made it so it wouldn't identify who
Oh.
necessarily. I think just because people would have been really upset if there were cameras constantly watching them, so they made it completely anonymous, and like there was no data storage of who did what when, but it would send out like email reminders if there were so many incidents of not social distancing within a certain time period, or like certain spots, certain areas that it was happening in frequently. The people who worked in those areas would get the email alert. Like,
I wouldn't like that.
I I think they did it pretty
Okay.
ethically,
Yeah,
but I think it allowed them to go back to the office
I
sooner.
also wouldn't like that.
And they
Oh,
wanted
okay.
that, I
Oh.
guess. I think it was, I don't remember what the reason was, but he talked about, I think they did it, like, that sounded pretty ethical to me, but I could see that getting so out of hand and turning into the, like,
Yeah.
freaking, I don't know, Gestapo. You know what I mean? Like that. That was so borderline
Right.
bad.
Aren't they doing that
And if
in China right now?
whoever, yes, does that make it
No, I'm
okay?
saying that's bad that they're
Yeah, I
doing it.
think
Like,
they
it's already
are.
happening somewhere in the world, is what I'm saying. Like, that's not a
Right,
good
right.
trajectory that we're on.
No, and it would be so easy to abuse that power.
I could see the US doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure they
That's what I was
already
about to say.
are.
I'm sure they already
They're just
are.
not
Well,
telling
I mean, there are
us.
cameras in like every single building pretty much. So
Right.
you're already being surveillanced all the time.
And like in have you seen the like magic portals in airports
No.
where you walk through, you scan your boarding pass and you walk through like an archway, and then it shows you only your flight information
Uh,
and no one else can see it, only you
I've
can
heard of
see
that. I've
it.
never seen one, but I have heard of that.
I saw one, I didn't use it because
Yeah,
it freaks me out,
that's
but
weird.
I guess they use facial recognition combined with, like, I think it slightly changes the angle of the light so that only from exactly where you're standing you can see the information.
Yeah, I think.
But even that's like creepy. Although, how cool would it be if you walked around and the only information you saw was what was relevant to
Yeah,
you? Like, if you're trying to go somewhere
I think it's
and
like,
it knows where you're trying to
right.
go, like, that could be
I
really
think it's
cool.
cool, but like also scary. Yeah, but like it's cool that you could do that now, like the technology.
Right.
But like scary
Right.
what would happen, I don't know. Like I don't like the what's that called? Clear, where it's like your ticket now for the plane. Like you scan your eye.
Oh. I didn't know that's what clear
Yeah,
was.
like you're the ticket. So like you don't need the ticket or anything. You just go up and you scan your eye.
I don't think I like that.
That's what clear is. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it at all. I'm like, I'm good enough with TSA pre-check.
I don't even have that. I
Yeah.
just want. I like having the paper ticket. I need to look at
Oh, I
it.
use the app. I don't want a paper ticket. I mean,
You
you
do
could
that
still
too.
have a paper ticket, but like, you don't have to. I guess you're your ID. You don't have to present the ID.
Oh.
So it's
I don't think
faster.
I like that
Right.
either.
Your eyeball's your
You're just
ID.
harvesting our
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. It's supposed to be a faster line, but every time I look at it, I'm like, that's not worth it for you to have my eyeball
No.
imprint.
Right.
Like they already got your fingerprints
Right. And
as
they
like a
can't.
kindergartner. Did you guys do that?
I don't think I've ever been fingerprinted.
I have a picture of, I feel like I was had to be in kindergarten or first grade. It was like a field trip thing, like to the police office. And you like saw the police officers and you saw the like a tour or whatever. And then at the end of it, they like fingerprinted you to like show you how it's done. And it's like now you have my fingerprints for
I'm
life.
pretty
I guess
sure the Freemasons had a program for fingerprinting kids
I don't like. I
and
mean,
collecting hair samples.
maybe this was just Indiana too. I don't know, but like I have a picture of it. That I was like standing like I don't know about this, and the officer was like, "Oh, just give me your hand."
I don't like that. But
Yeah,
okay, but if something were to happen to you and that could help identify you, like I can
right.
see the positives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lost kid, and you're in the system.
All of these things. I see the benefit, but I just
Yeah,
can't.
would because if I was like first grade, would I my fingerprints still be the same now?
I think the pattern would be, but
Right.
obviously
Could
the
you
size change.
identify me based on only the kindergarten print? I don't know.
I feel like it would be hard to like. I think if they said, okay, we think this is Sarah and this is her fingerprint from
Yeah.
like, but if they were just flipping
You're
through
searching
fingerprints,
through, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it would come up. If anyone knows, if any of our listeners are fingerprint experts,
Or if you ever did this in school as well.
yeah, I've never heard of that, but I also could have wiped it from my memory.
Yeah, I only know because I have the photo and I remember from the photo. So,
Yeah, I am very good at forgetting things.
yeah.
And here is my third fun AI story given to me by AI. In 2021, the city of Portland, Oregon announced that it would be using AI to help curb traffic fatalities. The technology analyzes traffic data and uses predictive models that identify areas where accidents are most likely to occur. This allows the city to take proactive measures such as changing speed limits or adding traffic lights to reduce the risk of accidents. See, that is positive to me.
Yeah,
But,
I like that.
yeah, but
Changing the speed
I.
limit's not gonna do anything.
Right.
You gotta change the road.
Right. It's a good
Yeah.
idea, but I wonder. I would love to know how effective it really is. And I should have looked that up, but also, like, it's only been a
Yeah.
couple of years. How much have they really been able to implement, or is this all just wishful thinking?
Right. You probably won't know for another like 5 years at least or something. Like, because if it's been analyzing it, when were they gonna actually implement?
Right.
They might not have even implemented it yet. So,
Also, when has adding traffic lights ever made traffic better?
well, they're trying to stop fatalities,
I want
not make
only
traffic better.
I only want roundabouts. I think that is the ideal
Oh my
solution to
God, duh,
traffic.
no. You have to go to Carmel, Indiana,
I
and
just
then you
want you to
tell
know
me.
that there is a section of Green Bay, Wisconsin that has 7 in a row.
That's nothing.
I have never seen, but they're all multi-lane. I have
Oh
never
yeah.
seen a single accident. Granted, I moved a year after they put them all in, so I don't know. But
Yeah. I feel like there's got to be accidents at first because there's so many people like go the wrong way. I don't know. Fatalities though, probably not because you do have to go slower.
right,
In Carmel, there are more than 138 roundabouts.
I love them. I love that you don't have to stop if no one's there. I love
Yeah.
that you. I don't know. I think they're great.
I don't like the ones. There was one when I was coming back from Indy this last time that like there you have to be in the correct lane and then it like splits off and goes onto the highway from the roundabout. And
Oh,
that was confusing at first. I was like, what lane am I supposed to be in to get to the highway, the exit that I want? And
right. They need
it's,
to have proper
I mean, but I
signage.
guess if you miss it, you just go back around, right?
Right. Yeah. You have a
It's-
free U-turn.
But if you're trapped in the roundabout and like say I'm in the middle and I need to get to the outside, how can you merge lanes? Like, can you go into the other lane in a roundabout? How easy is that?
Well,
I
you
don't think
just
I've
have to
ever done that.
start in the right lane.
I would say if I was confused which lane went to the highway
You would go
and then I
out
went
and then
around
you would go
again. Oh, go out.
around and then
Oh,
come
okay.
back in, I think, from somewhere else. I don't know.
Well, because what if you're on the inside
But there's
of the
always
circle
like,
and you need to get out? Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's true. You can always get out of the
yeah,
circle.
there's always an exit that like no lanes
Right.
intersect.
I don't know.
If anything, going around again would be the problem.
Right. Carmel has only 14 traffic lights remaining.
I hate them.
It's a little excessive, though, isn't it? I don't know. Does your whole city need to be roundabout?
Yeah. San
Okay.
Antonio needs some roundabouts.
I do think some strategic roundabouts do help with traffic,
Right.
both flow and
You
accidents.
need to have equal traffic coming from all directions. Because, like, my high school, there was a roundabout, and a majority of the cars came, like, if you went straight.
Yeah.
So the people who would be trying to turn right would just never get to go.
Right. That's one problem with them, because there's one that's by where my mom used to work that's a roundabout, and like during rush hour, there's no way you can cross the other way, because it's always like the one way.
Yeah, you need someone to do something out of character.
So you need like a what is it, like the police officer that directs traffic.
Our roundabouts here have stop signs going into them, which defeats
What?
the whole like it's in
That's
like the quarry area, that big shopping center. I don't know if you
oh
remember.
yeah.
There's a couple in the parking lot and it like wants you to stop, and then there's like a light immediately after and traffic just gets in the roundabout, and I'm like, this is the point of a roundabout is not to go
Not
to
to
a
stop.
light. Yeah,
Right.
and have
I
people
don't know.
stopped in it.
Right. Yeah, that's not a good design.
We are not doing a good job of staying on topic this episode.
I think it's still like
Call this episode Thoughts on AI Roundabouts and the Future of Nuclear
nuclear.
Waste and Health Benefits.
Wait, what else did we do? I don't, AI covers a lot of
Yeah,
topics.
I mean, I like definitely see the benefit of it, but I think there are too many people out there who all they want is to create sentient computer life, and that's the problem. Because think about like in manufacturing, I'm pretty sure there are sensors that can sense defects using AI, and that's
Yeah,
great. Instead of having a poor person just sit there and stare at
right.
stuff, like
Yeah,
I'm sure like there are so many people who have never stepped foot in a manufacturing plant to know how mindless it really is.
yeah.
And we don't need to
That's
be
not good.
wasting people's lives doing that.
Yeah, and also they don't make much either, so.
Right. But then again, it is a job, I guess. I think there are some people who are content with that as their job.
Uh, Probably, but like they'd probably be content like whittling wood too or something. I don't know. Like, there's other jobs
Yeah.
besides sitting in a factory that's probably got either little dust